Hello students, welcome back to my channel. So today we will be continuing from the topic, that is the last topic we did, data communication and computer networking. So today will be the second part. In the second part, we will discuss one by one, we'll take up one by one important topic, and at the end, we'll discuss about the MCQ part. So let's start with the first topic, that is transmission media. There are two types of transmission media. One is guided and one is unguided. So let's start with the guided media. So twisted pair cables, that is a media that is where you have some physical wires through which the signals can be sent. We call it as a guided media. So twisted pair cable, that is two insulated copper wire twisted type. It will be twisted means it will be bundled, it will be twisted around each other. The types are UTP, unshielded, STP, unshielded. The categories are Cat5, Cat6, and Cat7. These are the cables which are used for your computer networking. So it is also used for telephone and internet. Second comes the coaxial cable, central conductor, that is in the center there is a conductor, shield, outer jacket, right? You have outer jacket that works as a shield. Higher bandwidth, the bandwidth will be very high, and the twisted pair. If you compare it. It is used for cable TV, internet. The third is fiber optics, that is glass plastic core, cladding with a jacket, light transmissions. Okay. Types are single mode, multi-mode. Two type of wires you will get in fiber optics, not wire exactly, fibers you will get, that is single mode and multi-mode. Advantages, high bandwidth, immune to EMI, and it is very secure. So this is a little idea about transmission media, that is guided type. Now we'll discuss about transmission media unguided, that is wireless. We can call it as wireless also. So first is the radio wave, that is 3 kilohertz to 1 gigahertz. Omnidirectional, right? Both types. Use AM, FM radio, TV broadcast. This is omnidirectional. Second is microwave, which is working. That is when we talk about wireless, there is a frequency, and frequency is counted in hertz and kilohertz. So microwave works with 1 gigahertz to 300 gigahertz, in between that range. Directional, line of sight, that is where till which end you can see, that end only, it is go straight. It will go straight, like, right? We call it as a line of sight. Use satellite, radar, and cellular. The third is infrared, 300 gigahertz to 400 terahertz. Short range, line of sight, use, where we do use it? Remote control, short range communication. Infrared light we use, as you can see here on the screen, right? So this is about the infrared part. This is about the microwave part, that is point to point, line to line of sight. And this first way, it's telling you what are the different transmission medium, that is transmission media, that is radio wave, microwave, and infrared. All right, I hope you understood about this. So we will discuss one more topic that is also very important, that is electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, so this is a very important topic. So when we talk about electromagnetic spectrum, radio waves, that is longest wavelength. Okay, the radio waves which will have longest wavelength, that is, the example is microwave, infrared, visible light, and ultraviolet. Whereas the shortest wavelength is X-rays, gamma rays, and all that will have shortest wavelength. So the note of what we have to make is communication uses radio through infrared. Okay, so you have to remember this electromagnetic spectrum chart, and you should study. We can study more in detail, but I have given you a little idea about it. Okay, so let's go to the next topic, that is single encoding technique. So we are discussing about some main topics, like you should it's sort of a revision type. Okay, that's why I said I'm not going to very details. So when we talk about encoding techniques, signal encoding techniques, so digital to digital encoding is important. Digital to analog encoding is there. Analog to digital conversion is also there. So what are these? First is digital to digital. There, what we do is we especially we call it NRZ, that is non-return to zero. That is 1 is equal to high and 0 is equal to low. That we know, binary numbers. Then Manchester's, the transmission in middle, it comes 1 is equal to 0. That is low to high, and 0 is equal to high to low. Whereas differential Manchester transmission at start as 0. So these are the three very important points that you should be remembering. Okay. Second point is digital to analog encoding. We call this a modulation also. So there are 4 types: ASK, FSK, PSK, QAM. ASK stands for amplitude shift keying, right? Where the differential amplitude will have differ. Whereas FSK will have frequency difference, that is frequency shift keying. PSK is phase shift keying, difference phase. and QAM, that is key QAM, quadra amplitude modulation. It's a combination of both, that is FSK and PSK. Okay, so analog digital conversion, the third one. PCM, pulse code modulation, is a very important part of it. Sampling measures signal at regular intervals. Okay, quantization, that is assign decrease value. Encoding converts to binary. So these are the points. That is what is encoding, what is quantization, that these parts I'm just what is sampling. So this is important. What is PCM? So that's why I've given you this idea. Okay, so let's go to the next part, that is transmission modes. Parallel transmission, serial transmission. Then type, when we talk about transmission serial types, it is asynchronous and synchronous. So in parallel transmission, multiple bits simultaneously we can send. Multiple wires will be there, fast but short distance. Uses international computer buses, like computers, buses, interconnection. We use it there. Parallel transmission. Serial transmission, bit, that is bits one after another. That is one after another bits will go. Single wire, it is slower but long distance. Use most network communication. Most of the network we go to serial communication. So that's very, very important. You should know nowadays we maximum use serial communication only. So serial types, when we talk about serial types, synchronous, start, stop, bits, gap between characters. Synchronous, asynchronous, we discussed about asynchronous, then there comes the synchronous way, the continuous stream clock synchronization. So here I've given you a small chart about this thing. Okay, so let's go to next part, that is what you should also remember. What is RS-232 interface standard? Okay, RS-232 is the name of a wire. It's a standard, means the characteristic is serial communication standard. Just now we said, now we have discussed about serial communication. So this RS-232 also is a serial communication. DB9 and DB25 connected. That is 9-pin and 25-pin connected. Voltage level are +3 to 15 volts is equal to 0. That is -3 volt to -15 volt is equal to 1. Okay, so this the 2 point, that is 0 and 1. How it comes? That voltage level it has given. The maximum distance is 15 meters, whereas common pins are pin number 2, pin number 3, pin number 5, 7, and 8. So 2 is transmit data, 3 is receive data, and 5 is signal ground. That is common for all the this thing, that is transmitter receiver. And 7 and 8 are request to send, that is RTS we call it as, and pin number 8 is clear to send, CTS, right? So it's a cable, socket, or pin system. Okay, now we'll go to ports and sockets. Now ports and sockets, what is port? The door, we call it as mainly the door. So distinguished multiple application on one device, it will say distinguish multiple application on one device, that is port. That is okay. Socket are defined as IP address plus port number. Okay, sockets, that is connection, it is defined as IP address plus port numbers. Port identifies service, while socket defined as active communication link. So I've given you a small diagram over here so that you can have a little idea. Now we should start. We will little discuss about Bluetooth technology, that the latest technology. Bluetooth is a short-range wireless communication technology that allows electronic device exchange data over radio waves without physical cable manually. That is, it is a wireless, it's a radio. Okay, mainly for simple, low power and personal connectivity. Operates in the range of 2.4 gigahertz, industrial, scientific, and medical ISM frequency band. That is ISM band, we call it as. So Bluetooth exists in two main versions, that is Bluetooth Classic and Bluetooth Low Energy, that is called as BLE. So the Bluetooth Classic is an older version, and it was having a short distance, whereas Bluetooth Low Energy is the latest version, which will have more battery life. That is the main. So here I have given you the symbol, that is, you have to remember the symbol. That is very, very important about. That's why I have added in this. Now we'll discuss about web browser and firewalls. So the web browser is an application software used to explore the world. That is www, we call it. That is to explore the world. So whatever web browser we use, there are different type of web browser: Firefox, Google Chrome, Microsoft Opera, Apple Safari. So many web browsers are there, that they are the medium through which we can go to www. That is, we call it as web browser. Whereas a firewall is a network security system that monitors and controls incoming and outgoing network traffic based on predetermined security rules. The primary role is to block malicious traffic and protect private network from unauthorization. That is because it is a firewall. It will be like a wall which will protect your system from the frauds or unwanted things which should not come to your computer. So that part you have to understand. Okay. All right. So next is Internet Service Provider, ISP, and ISDN. So we should know what is ISP and what is ISDN. That is why this is very important for us. So ISP is company that provides individual and organizational, which provides you the internet. Basically, we can say the companies which provide the internet through wire, DSL or satellite or whatever medium we can cover it. That is the email and web hosting. This comes under that only. Okay. And what is ISDN? ISDN is a circuit switch telephone network system, but it also provides access to packet switching. Packet switching, if you want to do, then through ISDN, our telephone network, the older type, we used to have ISDN network, and we used to get our signal through packet switching network that allows digital transmission of voice and data, right? So packet switching is nothing but we use it for voice and data transmission only. Beyond connectivity, they offer web hosting, domain registration, and security service. So that is called as ISDN. So you should remember what is ISP and what is the difference between ISP and ISDN. That's why I've kept it. Now this part is over, and we will just go for the MCQ part. So a few of the questions I've given here, which I felt that which is important. So that's why I've taken here. So question number 1 is, which layer is the TCP/IP model response to the combination of physical and data link layer or the OSI module? The correct answer is network access layer. Okay. Second question is, what is the Nyquist theorem formula for maximum data rate in a noiseless channel? So please remember here, the correct answer is maximum data rate is equal to 2 multiplied by bandwidth into log 2 into L. Okay, so that is the correct answer. So please remember this questions, what I have taken, maybe the description is in the first series also, the part 1 of the video. Okay, we are into part 2. Anyhow, so question number 3, what does SNR stands for and how it expressed in decibel? Signal to noise ratio, SNR. Okay, please remember signal to noise ratio. SNR decibel level is equal to 10 into log 10 SNR. So this is important for you. So let's go to the next question. That is question number 4. Which type of transmission impairment refers to the loss of signal strength with the distance? That is attenuation. It happens only in the attenuation. Okay. Question number 5. What is the formula for calculating decibel when comparing power levels? So dB is equal to 10 to the power 10 log 10 P2 by P1 under brackets. Okay, so this is the correct answer for that. So this question also, I think we have discussed in the last video. Which guide transmission media offers advantage of high bandwidth, immunity to EMI, and security? The fiber optics. That is the correct answer for it. Okay. Next, 7th, which frequency band does Bluetooth technology operates in? It's a 2.4 gigahertz. Very simple. What are the 2 main versions of Bluetooth technologies? So Bluetooth Classic and Bluetooth Low Energy, BLE and BR/EDR. This is the correct answer. Question number 9, what is the primary function of firewall in network? So to monitor and control network traffic based on security rules. That is the correct answer for this question. Okay, let's go to the 10th number. That is, what is the difference between a port and a socket? Port identifies service. Socket defined as active communication link. That is IP address plus port number. So this is the correct answer. That is for 10. That is B. 11th and the final last one. What is the role of an internet service provider, ISP? To provide individual and organization access to the internet, right? ISP is the internet provider. So answer is B. Okay. I hope this questions will help you out, and please go through the things, our previous videos also, if you want to refer it. So thanks for watching.